Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to go ahead and continue with, I believe this is City of, I don't remember the name 100%, but we're just going to go ahead and continue. This is level 2, Tomb Raider 1. This is currently my third take on this level. First one there was no video, second one there was no audio, and as I always say, third time's the charm, so go ahead and take another shot at this. I always head around the outside of this map and then around the others, and then go into the middle where the bear and the swimming and stuff is. I don't know why, but I just, as of recently, that's what I've been doing, so. There's no rhyme or reason behind it, but you want to grab the medical pack? Thank you. Also, never knew that was there until my second playthrough. Not second playthrough, but the recording I tried doing before this one, that was the only time I knew it was there. I never knew that medical pack was there and never even thought to look there. Figured I'd include that little bit. And since I played this level 3 times now, I might be going a little quicker than normal, just because I know it. Basically, I know exactly where to go and everything now because it's my third time, so. I ain't falling for your tricks this time. First time I took no damage from the bear. Second time I took a lot of damage from the bear. And this time I didn't take any. Cool. And if for some reason, at any time I go through the medical packs and you notice that I have more than what I did in the last video, that's because I had to, because I overwrite my saves instead of saving them individually. And the first take, I overwrit the game, not realizing that it wasn't recording properly. So I had to go back and play level 1 again. Got all the secrets, did the recording again, and when I did the recording again, I realized that there was no audio. So then I had to, of course, I did the exact same thing I did the first time, and I overwrit the save. So I had to do everything again, and so I just did it. I just had to run through both of them for the third time, and again, I got all the secrets on level 1. So that's why it shows that I believe the only one I didn't get was a small medical pack. So I should only have 1 extra compared to last video, but just in case you guys were a little confused, or I don't think a lot of people would even catch it, but figured I'd include that just because I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Also, I'm gonna be referencing a lot of stories that me and my dad always had from playing this from when I was younger. Because we used to always stay up late, because I always went to his house on the weekends, and we used to always stay up late, and for some reason we always played Tomb Raider. That was really the only game that we ever played. There was a few times we played some racing games with my cousin on the PS3 and things like that, but this was our main game that we played. The only ones that we beat were the first and second one. He's never beat the third one, because every time he got near the end, I would erase it from the memory card somehow. I know how to do it now, but I don't understand how I knew what to do when I was younger. I was probably just messing around and just went in and deleted it, or I overwrit it. So looks like I never learned my lesson from back then either. But yeah, he's never beat 3, but we did beat 1 and 2 when we were playing. We don't really play too much anymore, but I've been talking to him since I started recording this. I've been talking to him to see if we want to start playing it again, because it's always a good time, because he always has stories from whenever he played it when it first came out, how they used to take them a couple weeks or a couple of days just to beat one part of a level. It's crazy to me. Like, not this level, but and with the T-Rex where you had to jump from one side of the bridge to the other. They didn't know that running and jumping was a thing. They didn't know that it caused you to, not cause you, but that you jump farther when you ran and jammed. But when you run and jump, you jump farther, and they didn't realize that. They didn't know that because it wasn't really a big thing back then for the combination things like that with the running and jumping and everything. So, I believe there's things here. Yeah, and I got hit. But they didn't know about it, so they weren't able to. They weren't able to beat that part, and for some reason, my dad one day just said that, you know what, I'm just gonna run and jump and see what happens. And that's how they figured out that running and jumping was a thing. And I want to say he said that it took him about a month to accidentally do it. Yeah, it's just a bunch of crazy stories about it. And he's always amazed at, like, I mean, he doesn't watch any, like, YouTube or anything like that, but, well, he does, just not for gaming or anything. But, he always, every time I play it, because we played it a couple times, but whenever we play it, he's always amazed at, like, how quickly we can move through it. Compared to him taking a few days, we go through a level in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And compared to his days, weeks, or even a month, like, he's amazed at it. And obviously, I play the game, I would say quickly, but nothing outrageous, you know, like, because you got the speedrunners and you got the people that practice on the same level all the time. But I just play it, and I try to go through everything, and I feel like I do it pretty quickly. But he's always amazed how quickly I can move around and everything like that, because he used to be the same way. He was the one that was always the best at controlling Laura. Oh, I didn't take any hand damage now. But he was always the one to, you know, keep running and going in and out like this. I'm pretty sure he said before that they would run straight and then stop, turn, and then run again. They didn't know that you can hit up and left at the same time, like on an angle. Yeah, it's nuts to me. I don't know how they could have played like that. I mean, now I know why it took them a year to beat it, because they go like this, and then they turn, and then they go like this, and then they go, then they turn. Like, I can't. It drives me insane. And when he plays, he does. I mean, he hasn't played it in a long time, but when he does play, he does take his good old time. But that's probably why this is one of my favorite franchises. I've been playing it. I want to say this is probably the first game I've ever played. I mean, I could be wrong. I could probably ask my dad about it, because he's really the one that got me not into video games, but he played video games, so, you know, of course I did as well. And I'm pretty sure this is the first game I played. Another one was Tekken 2 or Tekken 3, not 100%, but I used to get all excited when I was winning, because I used to play with my pap, and I would always win, because he'd never played video games. His generation, they didn't. And every time we would play, I would always win. I'd get all excited and happy, and he used to get all upset because, you know, not upset, but he was just tired of losing, basically. So the one time my dad picked up the controller, and I started losing, and I didn't understand how. And supposedly I made a big deal about it. I don't remember because it was so long ago, but yeah, supposedly I made a pretty big deal about it, telling my dad to put down a controller, he cheats and everything like that, so. It's funny. Yeah, the only game that I beat out of the Tomb Raiders, not legitly the very first time, and actually we didn't even beat it, but since me and my dad played Tomb Raider 1 and 2, he used to play with his buddies back in the day, and the first time that I played with my stepdad, because he used to play with my dad with Tomb Raider and stuff, and the first time I played with him, I played Tomb Raider 4. The Last Revelation, and we had the book, and with the book it sort of walked you through everything. It told you where to go, it told you where the secrets were, it told you where there's medical packs, it told you everything. And that was like the only Tomb Raider I played not legitly. That was the only one. And the only other one I didn't beat, other than Angel of Darkness, because whenever I got that for the PlayStation 2, how the jump and roll was backwards and it was more like an RPG style, I didn't like it. I didn't even give it a chance. I didn't even make it. I want to say I made it past the first level, which is like a tutorial. But other than that, I didn't even make it past the very first level with the elevator. I got to that point and got stuck because I didn't know what to do, and I was just frustrated because it wasn't like the same style Tomb Raider that I didn't even play. I didn't even give it a chance. But other than Angel of Darkness, the only one I didn't beat, other than like the Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Advance games and the weird games like that, like the little runoffs, was Tomb Raider 3. I got all the way to like Antarctica. I got to the Antarctica. I got to there, but then I just stopped playing it for some reason. And then other than that, I want to say the only one was Chronicles, because whenever that game came out, well, not when it came out, but when I started playing Tomb Raider, my dad was always talking about how it was like a knockoff version, and I never understood it. And here he was talking about, not a knockoff, but he was talking about Tomb Raider 2 Gold. Tomb Raider 2 Gold was, I believe it was just a game, and it was just a gold version, and he didn't know that, so he thought it was the Chronicles. And I never played Chronicles until I got the collection on Steam, and that's when I got the Chronicles and played the first level. I'm like, well, this is like a whole new game. And yeah, so I've never played I never beat Chronicles, never beat 3, and Angel of Darkness, other than the runoffs and the other ones as well, like the arcade games. But yeah, so that should wrap up this thing there. I only got one of the 3 secrets. Oh, I never went in the water. In the very main room with where you first killed the first bear, I didn't go into the water. I believe that's where the 2 secrets were. I played this level 3 times, and I still don't get all the secrets. I'm telling you, I'm slipping. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video. We finished the city of Vilcabamba. We'll go with it. Didn't get all the secrets. It only took us 11 minutes, 11 and a half minutes, but that's all right. So yeah, I'm gonna call it there. So feel free to like, subscribe, and also ring the bell notification. Or just ring the bell, not the bell notification. The bell is for notifications, but ring the bell if you'd like. And I will catch you in the next one.